I guess I just, I mean, you're welcome.
Here's your hosts of the MonsterCast, the Straight Edge Monster Jack and Ryan.
About Triple H being off the board of directors. That's right. You're not hearing this incorrectly. This is accurate. This came out this week as well, that after the deal is made, Triple H will no longer be on the board. What?
This Constitution fucking, I'm just a bill looking shit. All right. Yeah, go ahead.
It's great. This is a great graphic that I made in like 5 minutes. Get over it. Got the classic Triple H point. Pointing to his non-name being listed. It's fantastic. So as you can see, you got Vince McMahon, who's the executive chairman of the WWE. You got Ariel Emanuel, who is the CEO of Endeavor. You got Durbin. You got Nick Khan. You got Shapiro. You got, I can't read that because it's too small. Looks like it says Coonan, Kraft, Medina, Nancy, Carrie Wheeler. I had to take all their credentials off of it because it was too big. But
you don't use bullet points and center the text, by the way.
That was how I copied and pasted it. So anyway, there you go. Triple H is off the board. The question to you is, as soon as I find it on my notepad, because these are all out of order.
Why is he pointing at it?
Because he loves pointing at stuff.
Yeah, but he's pointing at his own removal.
Yes, I love it.
Why would he love that?
He doesn't look happy about it.
There's just no. There's no.
He looks like he's saying, "Can you believe this shit? Can you believe this fucking list? This is fucking crazy." All right. Anyway, he's left off the board of directors after this official merger. My question to you, that we're going to discuss on here: good or bad move for the new merged company to leave him off?
I don't know. I have no idea. That's way above.
Do you think that they left him off because he is now technically related to Vince McMahon, and they didn't want both of them there because of collusion, possibly? Or do you think it's not that deep?
If they did do that, I don't think that they have a good idea of what their current working relationship is, because it seems like they butt heads more often than not on a lot of creative stuff, and there's a lot of toe stepping. So.
Oh yeah, you're talking about for the rest of Endeavor being like, oh yeah, they'll work together if they actually paid attention to the product. No, they don't.
Right. Yeah. So I think if it was done with the idea in mind that they might like gang up on the rest of the board to make decisions or whatever the fuck, then no, I don't think that's how that would work at all. Not that it really matters, because it's not how controlling stake works anyway.
I think it's a bad move, personally, because no one here besides Vince McMahon has actually been involved with wrestling the way that Vince has, right? So, and then of course Vince, being the one person on there, it has completely passed him by to the point that he doesn't need to be on there and shouldn't be on there. So Triple H is really your only viable option to actually put a good product out for the people that actually consume your product.
Yeah, it does. I feel like it's pretty common, even outside of this industry specifically, to have a board of directors or like an executive team that has never actually done a lot of the ground level or it's like slightly above ground level shit that they're trying to direct. And that disconnect between the two tiers causes a lot of issues for actual productive work down at the bottom.
Yeah, it's never gone well, I don't think. Yeah. There's always a huge us versus them type deal. Mentality.
Well, it's just part of the class struggle, baby.
Maybe they didn't want that us versus them. Well, the thing is, another reason I would say Triple H being off the board is a bad move, because if you do have a us versus them thing, which is pretty much inevitable because of what I just said about how none of those people are actually in tune with what the fuck actually wrestling entails for the actual product. I mean, it might be good with numbers and sponsors and shit behind the scenes, but they don't know what the fuck the actual product. Like, they're gonna be people that suggest stupid shit, and they're gonna have to do it because they're the board of directors and they said so, etc. Sorry, I thought he was eating my shoe. But my thing is Triple H
pitch black Mountain Dew matches, baby.
Why would you want Triple H on the opposite side of you, given his past history as a wrestler, where his whole thing was rebelling against you, and then doing the opposite of what you fucking said? Do you think he's that much of a company man, or do you think he's
Yes, of course.
still? I think he's still petty enough that this would bother him to the point where he's going to be like, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want until they get rid of me.
That was a character, okay?
Come on.
From all accounts, backstage, he was.
You never know. You never know. He hears enough. He hears enough bullshit and wants to take up for his people that he's hired or whatever, and that he's trying to do shit for and make the product better. I don't know.
Sure, but he's also going to be of the mind that I can't change anything from the outside, and if I go too far outside of whatever the fuck they want me to do and get removed, then I can't change or make anything better. And you could see
I don't know how's he gonna make this better with this list. You can't do nothing 1 versus 10 either.
Okay, but listen, they're the board of directors, but it doesn't mean that they're going to be sending down like creative decisions or anything. They could.
Well, I mean, that's what we thought about NWA too, but they literally voted on champions and shit. How do we know that's not going to get to this level?
We don't, but I imagine that they're going to get pushback if they suggest it, saying, hey, yeah, that doesn't work in this industry. You also have to remember a lot of the Endeavor people are coming over from legitimate competitive.
I don't think it was a smart business move to leave him off the list. Is my main point.
Maybe. I don't think that he's got.
Leaving him on the list would have made a huge difference. Maybe not, but he would have still had a little bit of pull where now he doesn't have any pull.
Well, he's got the pull of being the one with experience who's basically acting as showrunner for a lot
but
of these
the person
shows.
with experience should be on the goddamn board of directors.
You would think that, but he can have just as much sway regardless, as long as the board of directors value.
It's gonna be very interesting to see how that plays out for sure. I don't know. I got a bad feeling about it. I think one day we're gonna wake up and Triple H is gonna resign just like Stephanie did. I think that's what's gonna end up happening.
Hey guys, did you like that video? If so, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You can also catch full episodes of the MonsterCast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. And you can also catch us live every Sunday on Twitch. All links in the description below, along with some sweet merch from yours truly, the MonsterCast. Deuces.